Hey there, and welcome. Today, we're going to step into the really beautiful and, let's be honest, kind of quiet world of the Japanese tea ceremony. Now, I know what you might be thinking. It can seem super intimidating from the outside, right? All those precise movements, all the traditions. But stick with me, because our goal here is to take that feeling of apprehension and turn it into a real, genuine appreciation for this amazing art form.
You know that feeling, right? That little knot in your stomach when you walk into a formal event and you're suddenly second-guessing every single move you make? Yeah, a tea ceremony can totally feel like that at first. But what if I told you it's actually less about getting all the rules perfect and way more about just sharing a truly beautiful, one-of-a-kind moment?
And that brings us right to the heart of the whole thing. It's this amazing concept called Ichigo Ichi-e. It literally translates to one time, one meeting. And the idea is just so powerful. This specific gathering with these exact people right here, right now, it's a unique treasure that will never ever happen again. So you see, the focus completely shifts. It's not about perfect etiquette. It's about being fully 100% present for this one singular experience. All right, so with that beautiful idea in our minds, let's start building up some confidence. The first step is just getting a handle on the basics, and that, of course, starts with the tea. Okay, so when it comes to the matcha, you're likely to see one of two types. First, you've got koicha. Think of this as the super formal stuff. It's thick, it's rich, and it's often shared from just one bowl. But what you'll almost certainly get, especially as a beginner, is usucha. This is a much lighter, frothier tea, and everyone gets their own individual bowl. This is the one we're going to be focusing on. Okay, so you've got your invitation, now what? Well, getting ready is actually a huge part of the experience. It's not just about logistics, it's really the first act of respect. So let's talk about what you need to do before you even step out the door. The dress code is pretty straightforward, and it's all about respect and just being practical. First up, and this is a big one, no jewelry. We're talking rings, watches, bracelets, take them all off. And here's why. It's to protect the host's tea bowls, which are often precious, sometimes even antique. You definitely don't want to be the one who scratches one. Next, you'll want to bring a clean pair of white socks to change into. And for clothes, think modest. You'll probably be kneeling, so miniskirts are out. And finally, just keep it simple. The goal is understated elegance, because the real star of the show is the ceremony itself, not what you're wearing.
All right, let's talk about what to bring. Think of it as your guest toolkit, your 3 essential items. First, you have a small fan called a sensu. But get this, it's not for cooling yourself down. It's actually used as a formal accessory during greetings. Pretty cool, right? Then you've got kaishi, which is basically a packet of beautiful paper that acts as your own little plate for the sweets. And last but not least, a kuromoji. That's a small pick you'll use to eat some of those delicious sweets.
All right, we've arrived. We're at the ceremony. Just understanding the general flow of what's going to happen can make a huge difference in helping you relax and just enjoy it. So let's walk through the whole sequence, step by step.
So first, when you enter, you just take a quiet moment to appreciate the room. You'll see a scroll or some flowers that the host picked out just for this day. After that, these beautiful sweets are served, and fun fact, you eat them before the tea comes. Then it's this wonderful, peaceful moment where you just get to watch the host prepare the tea with incredible focus. Right before you get your bowl, there's a simple bow and greeting. Then the main event, you get to drink the matcha. And finally, you take a moment to really look at and admire the tea bowl itself before you hand it back.
Okay, here is a key phrase you absolutely need to know. It's osaki ni. It basically means, pardon me for going first. And you say it to the person next to you right before you eat your sweet or drink your tea. It's such a small thing, but it's a huge gesture of politeness and consideration, and it's really central to the whole spirit of the ceremony. Okay, let's zoom in on what is probably the part you're most excited about, actually enjoying the sweets and that delicious bowl of tea that's been made just for you. So the sweets, which are called wagashi, usually come in 2 main kinds. If you get a soft, moist sweet that's a namagashi, you'll put it on your paper, your kaishi, and use that little pick, the kuromoji, to eat it. But if you get a hard, dry sweet called a higashi, well, that's way easier. You just pick it up with your fingers. All right, the moment of truth. Your bowl of tea arrives. The whole process is super graceful. First, you pick it up with your right hand, and then rest it in the palm of your left hand. Next, and this is a sign of respect, you'll turn the bowl clockwise 2 times. This is so you don't drink from the decorated front of the bowl. Then, go ahead and drink the tea in a few sips,
And when you're done, you gently wipe the part of the rim you drank from, turn the bowl back the way it was, and set it down.
And here's a little insider detail for you. The ideal number of sips to finish your tea? It's considered to be 3.5. Yeah, 3.5. Now, it's not like a super strict rule or anything, but it's a neat part of the traditional form. Now, this next part is going to sound a little weird, maybe even counterintuitive. That last sip is supposed to be a small, quiet slurp. I know, everything you've been taught about table manners just went out the window, but trust me, it's not rude at all. In fact, it's the opposite. It's a signal to your host that you finished and that you absolutely loved the tea. It's a sign of pure appreciation. Okay, so we've gone through all the practical steps, the how-to, but to really truly get the tea ceremony, we need to look beyond all that and understand the why. This is where we find its real heart. And this quote, this says it all. If you only remember one thing from all of this, please let it be this. What matters most is having a heart of consideration for other people. It's not about doing everything perfectly. Seriously, making a mistake is totally fine. It's the respectful intention behind your actions that truly, truly matters. So, when you finally go to your first ceremony, here are the big takeaways. First, just relax. Don't worry about the time. Let yourself sink into the amazing atmosphere the host has created for you. And if you're ever not sure what to do, here's the golden rule. Just watch what the person before you does and follow their lead. At the end of the day, just being present and respectful is the greatest gift you can give. And that really leaves us with something to think about, doesn't it? In this world we live in, that's just full of distractions and constant multitasking, this ancient art form gives us such a powerful lesson. It teaches us about the deep, profound beauty of giving our full, undivided attention to just one single, unrepeatable moment. So the question is, what could we all gain if we brought just a little more of that ichigo ichie into our own everyday lives?